What's going on, my fellow degenerates? Passion here once again with another video with some Overwatch 2 gameplay. So, today I wanted to talk a little bit about some ideas that I had regarding quality of life changes that they could bring into Overwatch 2. Because I've been doing a lot of these kind of like speculative videos recently about, you know, like a new battle pass, what that would look like, or some of the ways they could rework some of the heroes. So, like, considering it's like the end of the season, as I record this, near the end of season 16, and there's not really too much else to talk about. Not only that, but also considering how, you know, they've been kind of knocking out of the park with some of these updates recently. The last couple of seasons in particular have been really, really good. And it kind of makes you kind of want to speculate into the future about, you know, what they could bring to this game. And what could make it even better than it already is. So, I have 5 different ideas here of quality of life improvements that I would like to see brought into the game, or have stuff changed, or you know, just general stuff that would help make the game healthier, at least for me. I don't know about any of you, but you can definitely let me know in the comments below if you think these are a good idea. So, the first thing I have here is a ranked clan system. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, for me and my team that I have, first off, we don't even have a full team yet. We might pretty soon, but we don't have a full team quite yet. The problem that we've run into is that even when we do have enough people to actually queue into a competitive match, our skill ratings are so widely different. Like, for example, I think I am the highest ranked player on the team at Gold 1 with a career high of Plat 5, and our lowest ranked player is like Bronze 3, I think, currently. So that's like the wildly different skill ratings, but like these are the people that I like playing with. Like, these are my friends. Like, I like playing with them, and it just sucks that, you know, the only way we can play competitive is in a completely just vastly unskill matched kind of environment, right? Or at least, you know, well, one, we have to fight the queue times, because the queue times are atrocious. Even just with 2 of us, even if we're just duoing, like, the queue times for wide matches are insane. But not only that, but like I say, like, we get put up against, you know, this vast, widely skill-ranged group, right? And it's just not fun, because we often get stomped. Because it's generally trying to balance for that higher end, right? It's generally trying to balance towards the higher-ranked players in that lobby. So I think this would be an elegant solution to that. So essentially what I was thinking is you can create your own clan or team in the game, right? An actual official team in the game. These are the regular people that you play with regularly. Similar to how other clan systems work in other games, like Naraka Blade Point or Call of Duty or stuff like that. You know, you can actually make your own clan of people you play the game with regularly. And instead of each individual player's skill rating contributing to how the game calculates your matchmaking, the team overall would get a shared, just one collective rank that is kind of based on the median skill rating of all the players in the team, right? So maybe it would calculate your individual MMR, kind of pool it all together in the team, and then create a collective MMR. And then it tries to, like, matchmake off of that collective MMR. So it's just the one single rating that it tries to match you with, rather than 5 separate, vastly wide different ratings for competitive. I think that would help quite a bit. And it could also kind of open the door for some more casual kind of esports, and you could have some of these teams, you know, kind of develop their identity, their esports identity at all ranks, and I think that'd be fun. I mean, who doesn't want to create their own like esports team after watching something like OWCS. Like, you know, you watch these pro players, and even if you're not that good, you're like, wow, you know, like that's so cool to have like a team with a team name and a team logo, and they all play together, and it's the same guys every time, and it just looks fun. You know, what if we bring that kind of like esports mentality to competitive, right? I think that would be cool. Not only that, but it adds like a social layer to ranked, instead of just having it be a more stressful version of quick play. So I think that would be great, and that would help me and my team quite a bit. So the second thing that I have is avoid player entirely. Now, when they overhauled the avoid as teammate feature, I was really excited about it, because I'm thinking, oh great, this is fantastic. I can avoid like up to 10 people. I can pin like 3 people, and I'll never have to worry about getting matched with them again. This is brilliant. Until I started using it more, and the more I used it, the more I realized it didn't actually help the problem, because even if I avoided them as a teammate, that didn't stop the game from matchmaking me with them when they were on the opposing team. And of course, they're gonna still recognize, if like they were being toxic to me or they were flaming me in the last matches they were in, when they were on my team, or even if they were never on my team, they were just on the enemy team, right? Me avoiding them as teammate doesn't help me, because I'm still getting put into a match with them. And then they recognize me and they continue their flaming, right? Until I like block them or whatever. So I don't want to like have to mute or block or report every single time. Sometimes you just want to be like, you know, I don't want to play with this guy today, and just be done with it, and not have to go through the whole process of blocking people and everything. It's kind of a pain. So I think changing the avoid as teammate to avoid player entirely, like that would help. That would help so much, because I mean, even if you like block someone, right? If you block someone or mute someone, that just prevents them from talking to you. That just prevents them from using the chat features, like, or you don't, at least don't see the chat features going on. It doesn't stop the game from still matching you together, and they can find other ways to be toxic to you, right? They can specifically target you. They can solo ult you. They can do all these other toxic things to you without having to chat to you. So I think that avoid player entirely would be a better version of what we have now. Because when I see a player that's flaming me, like, I don't want to be in a match with them, period, let alone on my team. I think that the way it's set up now is more for players that you think are just bad. Like, that's the only like benefit I can see of using the avoid as teammate feature as it is now, is just, oh, this player wasn't very good, so I don't want to have them on my team, and I don't want to lose because of them. That's kind of the only like legitimate reason they have for it right now. So I think that, you know, upgrading that to an avoid player entirely thing would be a lot better. That would help curb the toxicity a bit more than just avoid his teammate and having them end up in the enemy team anyway. Next match. So that's my second thing that I have. Number 3, let's talk about the Hero Mastery mode, right? And I'm sure Hero Mastery has some fans, right? I'm sure there are some people that really do like Hero Mastery, but as far as I've seen, I've never seen anyone like really get excited for it. As a matter of fact, I don't think they've brought a new hero to Hero Mastery like in at least a couple of seasons, like 2-3 seasons. They haven't brought a new hero to Hero Mastery. So are they even working on it anymore? Like, I don't even know. And to be honest, like, they kind of tried to pin it as, oh, you know, you play this mode to get better with your heroes. That's not really what it does. It's really just like a glorified obstacle course. Sure, it maybe can help improve your reaction times with certain abilities on certain heroes, and maybe teach you some like movement tech or whatever, like with those heroes, but that's about it. Like, it doesn't teach you like any fundamentals of the game. It doesn't teach you like, you know, how and when to use what abilities. It doesn't teach you anything that would matter in an actual match of the game. So what I would propose is taking the hero mastery system and overhauling it. Instead of making it an obstacle course, we make it an in-game university, where it is basically serving the purpose of Overwatch University from Reddit, right? So what I think you could do is you could get some high-level coaches and like YouTube personalities, or even top 500, like former top 500 / champion level players, to be coaches in the mode. Like, you could have their voiceover as a voiceover coach. I'm talking people like Emong, Spylo, Fitzy, Aspen, you know, all these other people who are really, really good, right? You have Frogger, like people like that. You know, so you could have all these like professional level players, whether they be from YouTube or even from OWCS, or like, you know, all these like, you know, pro level players. If there's a hero that they are particularly good at, then you take that hero and make them the coach for that hero, right? And then each hero mastery thing would be them walking you through like scenario, like actually putting you in scenarios where you would play that hero, and teaching you, you know, what to look out for, how to properly utilize these abilities, how to manage your ults, you know, positioning, target priority, all this other, like, you know, important stuff that the game just doesn't teach you, right? Like, you have to like just go on to YouTube or wikis or whatever to learn any of this stuff. So I think that this would be a good way to teach players a bit more about how to actually, you know, play the game at a higher level and actually live up to the namesake of hero mastery, because I don't feel like it's really doing that right now. And obviously it would be optional, like you don't have to do it. Like, that's why I don't think it would be good to put stuff like this in the actual like training mode or the tutorial. I do think the tutorial should be beefed up a little bit because it's a little vague. But I wouldn't want this to be like mandatory. I think that, you know, it should be optional. You could even make it reward based too. Give out some loot boxes or something. Give out some special titles. Give out some name cards, some sprays, whatever. You know, like you could give out special things for players that actually complete this. And yeah, make it like less of an obstacle course and more of, okay, this is how you play this hero in a real match kind of thing. And I think that'd be fun, and I guarantee you that the cost to hire some of these pro players or like pro personalities and stuff is significantly less than whatever they're having to pay the voice actors for, you know, like Athena or whatever to come and record stuff. I guarantee you it's significantly cheaper. So yeah, that's my third idea. The fourth idea that I have is something similar to something they already do, but I think that they could, one, improve it a little bit, and two, put it in the actual game, because it's not currently in the game itself. And that is end of season highlights reel generator. So if you don't know, if you haven't been checking your email, if you're an Overwatch player, at the end of the year, they usually send players an email, and it contains a video of a bunch of your stats from that year, across like all game modes. It includes like, oh, what your most played hero was, like how much damage did you do, like how much damage did you mitigate, how many kills did you get, you know, like stuff like that, but it congregates that across all game modes, right? And it shows you like maybe like how long you played quick play, how long you played competitive, you know, and it's congregating it from the entire year, right? And they usually like edit it with AI, and they like kind of splice it with like in-game cinematic clips, you know, from like previous trailers and, you know, just general promotional videos that they've shot for the game. They splice in those in with your stats in this kind of like really nice cinematic professional looking video. So what I was thinking is they could take a similar concept to that and apply it to the end of a season, where it would actually like take maybe your top 5 or top 10 plays of the game from that season, or even if they're not plays of the game, just top 10 highlights from that season, and compile them in a really nice, like professionally edited video that again like splices in clips from trailers and stuff, and uses the official fonts, and it looks really nice, uses the official cutscenes and music and all that, and makes you really like feel like a beast. Makes you feel like you did something this season, and shows you like, you know, basically what great plays you had this past season, and obviously like you could have it to where it could be like, you know, stored on your computer, and then that you can export that to social media, where you could kind of make it somewhat like a big deal. I know that like there's something similar to like Spotify Wrapped, where I know Spotify Wrapped happens like at the end of the year. Usually it's like for your whole year in review of Spotify, but I could just see that, like, you know, they could come up with a hashtag for it at the end of every season, and then you have social media just flooded with everybody's like end of season highlights, and have it look really nice and professional. And I think that would be fairly easy to do. And you could even, you know, put that in game, even if you can't like get the editing thing to kind of work in game. You could at least have the game like a redirect to a website, maybe, where it automatically does it, and on your servers on your end, and then they can see it from there. Either way, but I think that'd be nice to do. And don't send it in an email, because most of the time people aren't gonna look at their emails. I don't even know if any of you guys knew that they did that they did the whole like year in review thing for Overwatch in your email. But yeah, if you've been playing Overwatch, and you have at least played it at some point during that year, they send you an email with a video like that. It's really nice, but yeah, I imagine a lot of people don't know that exists. So, and the final thing that I have here, it's something I've talked about before, but I wanted to bring it up again, as a quality of life thing, because for me, there are times when I kind of worry that I'm not going to be able to afford to continue supporting this game financially like I would like to. There are times where I worry like, oh, am I going to be able to afford the Ultimate Battle Pass this season? Or even just the regular Battle Pass, or any of the skins that I want, you know, like am I going to be able to afford to keep, you know, financially supporting this game that I really like? And I think one thing that would help ease my mind with that is offering a subscription model to Overwatch. Now, I would say make it optional. It's not like World of Warcraft where you have to do this to play the game. It would be completely optional. The thing that I would base it off of is something like Fortnite Crew. So essentially, what you would get with this monthly subscription, they can charge what they want for, like you know, $10 a month, $12 a month, $15 a month, who the hell cares? Something around there, right? But in that, you would get the Ultimate Battle Pass every season, and all the cosmetics and perks that come with that. You would also get exclusive subscriber-only skins. So, and you could also do some other cosmetics too, like, you know, name cards and sprays and whatnot. But that would be, you know, to show that you are subscriber of this Overwatch Plus thing, as it calls it here. I know I called it before, I called it like the Overwatch Heroes Pass or something. I think Overwatch Plus is a lot better of a name, to be honest. So you would get those, like I say, exclusive subscriber only skins and cosmetics. You could also maybe get a shop discount. Like I'm thinking like somewhere between 10 and 20%, I think sounds good. I know that like when they release bundles in the shop, typically they already are marked down, even if that's the price that they launch at, right, to make it seem like you're already getting a deal. But I think that, you know, add this discount on top of that, if you're going to do it that way. Add this discount on top of it for Overwatch Plus subscribers. I think that would be that'd be great, so it would also incentivize people to buy more skins if they can get a little bit of discount on it. And also, because I feel like we don't get enough loot boxes, I'm going to shove the opportunity to get loot boxes into as many things as I possibly can. So that's why I also have here that there could be monthly bonus loot box challenges. I was thinking, you know, make them epic loot boxes. That way, you know, you're still getting a fair variety of rewards, but I don't want to be showering legendaries upon, you know, people who just play the game religiously. So I'd say make it like 8 to 10 epic loot boxes a month, and you would have like a separate challenge for that. That would be your Overwatch Plus challenges, and you would earn them the same way you would earn any other, you know, loot box challenges. Like, it's play a certain amount of games, get this loot box, stuff like that. That way, I could, you know, just budget this in. I pay the monthly fee, then I don't have to worry about it. I know I can afford it every month, and I get all the stuff that I want, and I continue supporting the game. And know that I won't have to worry about any of the things being unaffordable to me. But that's what I got for my list of quality of life changes that I would love to see come to Overwatch. If you guys have any other ideas for any quality of life changes that you would like to see come to Overwatch, let me know down in the comments below. And remember, guys, if you like the video, leave a like. If you didn't, just like, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'm Passion, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah.